All right. Hello, everyone. We are live for day 4 of our Jumpstart Your Feel Good. If someone could just give me something in the chat to let me know you're on Facebook or YouTube, to know that I'm live with you, that you can see me, that you can hear me, that would be great. Would love to hear from anyone who would like to share. I just got just was thrown off there for a second because the moment we went live, my daughter texted me and was telling me her work shift or the shift that when she's going to get off from work today. So it was like, what's happening? All right. So day 4, I see some people coming on. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kathy. All right. My team has let me know that I am live. So welcome to day 4, Jumpstart Your Feel Good. This is going to be a great session because this is where we're going to take everything we've learned so far this week and we're going to bring it all together. And then we've got some other things tomorrow to help you tie it up, but I'll talk about that more as we go along. But this is about a day about bringing together the last 3 days. And speaking of the last 3 days, wasn't Becky Happick amazing? I thought she did such a great job of coming on and talking about some really great statistics that we need to know about, some statistics and things to know about for the supplements that we look at ingesting, right? There's so many things I've learned over the last year or 2 years about supplements in terms of these, fillers and synthetics and all these things that we think that we're taking that we're not getting. So I was so happy and thrilled to have her there. Thank you, Katri. Yes, she was very informative. So I'm going to encourage everyone to get into the chat with me today because I have an incredible giveaway. As a matter of fact, the giveaway today to everyone who's really active in the chat is my secret weapon against sugar cravings. Okay, so I'm going to be giving that away. So get in the chat, share with us. Here comes Sherry Toledo checking in. All right, welcome, Sherry. So let's dive in here. I want to do a quick recap of the week, and then we'll dive into today's topic. Hey, Valerie, thank you. Yes, Becky was wonderful. She did such a great job. All right, so welcome you ladies. Let's keep that chat going. I love it. And as I'm talking about and reviewing days 1 through 3, I'd love for you to just throw in the chat anything that really stood out for you on day 1, 2, or 3. So remember, day 1, we talked about your wellness story, okay? All the motivation that is going to spring forth from deep within your core, from deep within your mission, your vision, what you want every day in your life, every day what you want in your business, every day what you want, everything's going to spring forth from your why. Why is wellness important to me? And what can I do when I feel good every day? Okay. Just remember that, that's the core of what's going to drive you every day to wake up and do the things that we've been talking about. Now on day 2, we talked about those low risk longevity lifestyle choices, low risk longevity lifestyle choices, right? These are things that are going to add life to your years, not years to your life, because adding years to your life isn't always what we want. What we want is to add life to our years, to be full of energy, to be full of joy, to be full of hope, to be full of, meaning in our lives every day. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to review some of that. Yesterday, of course, was Coming Clean with Becky. She revealed, really, the only word I can come up with is reveal, because these were things that I didn't know up until about a year ago. And she revealed to you what we discovered about a year ago about all wellness supplements are not created equal. And you really do need to read your labels, right? And understand what you're ingesting. And sometimes because something is cheap, like really inexpensive, sometimes that's a clue that, let me look at that. Maybe it's cheap. Maybe it's really inexpensive because it was made really cheaply, right? So these are the good things. So let me jump in here. Let's see what we've got here. Sherry, enjoyed learning the info. Yes, discussing wellness and health. Lorraine, yeah, Becky was great. She taught me so much, especially what the benefits. That's fantastic. Thanks, Lorraine. Yes, quality of life. Valerie, need more info on the probiotics because it's been a trend and very confusing. Well, I will tell you, Valerie, that it was very confusing for me for a long time. So let me just spend a couple minutes there on that for you and for everyone, really. I thought that probiotics were for people for two reasons. This is just going to really show you how little I knew. I thought, well, I guess you take probiotics if you're on antibiotics, right? Because it's supposed to keep us women, especially from getting a yeast infection, and also keep us from destroying the good bacteria. Okay, that was something I always thought. I also thought probiotics were just for people who had digestive issues, gastrointestinal issues. Well, as my family would tell you, and probably, my mother, if she was still here, is that, Joy has an iron stomach. Like, I love really spicy food. I love hot food. Nothing bothers me. But what I didn't realize about the pro and prebiotics, for me especially, is how much the gut informs the mind. Okay. That how much that 95% of our serotonin is produced in our digestive system, in our gut. I never knew that until a year ago, and how we have that vagus nerve that goes directly from our gut right up to the brain, and it can help control our mood. And for those of you, most of you know me well, but see, my mind, I want to exercise and flex my mind every day as much as I want to exercise and flex my body. It's as important. As a matter of fact, as I shared with you my morning practice, I start with flexing and exercising my mind every morning, because I know that it's my thoughts ultimately that are going to direct me on how I feel about the day, how I think about the day, how I make decisions, how I make choices. The mind is number one. So I start there every morning. And when I found out that probiotics could affect dramatically my mood and how I feel, I've never missed it a day since. So I hope that helps, Valerie. Let me know if there's more questions. Happy to answer them. I want to make sure everybody here gets all their questions answered. And by the way, those of you who are winning all these giveaways, everything is going to be on the way to you shortly, because we have one more giveaway today. Okay. So keep the questions coming. If you have more questions around anything I said, put them in the chat. I do stop every once in a while and I read them. So please don't hesitate. Okay. So today is about taking your life back. It's about making a plan to jumpstart your feel good. Making a plan. Here's the thing, ladies. You need a plan for everything. If you really want to get the result you're hoping for, you need a plan for your business. You need a plan for your wellness. You need a plan to develop meaningful relationships, right? That's why it's important to get out and have date nights. Plans are important. Plans can be course corrected. Plans can change, but we need a plan to start with, and then we evaluate as we go along. Okay, so today is mostly about helping you take some of this information that I've shared with you this week, that Becky shared with you this week, to put it into a plan, right? Let's see, Sherry, I appreciate the gut informs the mind. Well, Sherry, I never knew it. I absolutely had no idea until about a year ago. And again, I have been so committed to flexing and exercising and keeping my mind well that's why I'm definitely using the probiotic every day now. All right, so let's talk about creating that plan. Now, if you haven't had a wellness plan, or you've been unhappy with your wellness plan, or think about anything in your life that hasn't been going the way you had hoped. A lot of times, here's what we think. And how do I know this? Because I've done it. Everything I share with you is because I've done the same thing, right? So I can come from a place of transparency, truth, and honesty. So when we are not happy with something, whether it's our wellness or our appearance or our business or our relationships, whatever it is, when we're in it, when we're in the thick of it, the natural response is what to think. Whatever it is I have to do, it's going to be a lot. This is going to be overwhelming. It's a lot. So I don't think I'm going to do anything today. Feels too hard. feels overwhelming. So what we typically do is we don't do anything. It's like the 10,000 steps. I will tell you, this was an excuse I had for a long time, raising 2 children, running a very busy company, really multiple businesses. And I thought, you know what? I just don't have time to do 10,000 steps a day. So you know what? I'm just not going to do anything. That wasn't very smart, was it? That wasn't a great attitude. But see, I was built in. I really had bought the myth. I bought the myth that it was 10K a day or you don't get the benefits. And of course, now we know that it's not 10K a day. That is a total myth. And anything is good, but anything above 4,000, 5,000 steps a day up to 7,500 is going to extend the quality of your life. That's proven now by a Harvard study. Okay. So once I learned that, I thought, okay, I just need to start walking. I just need to start putting one foot in front of the other and get out there and start walking and see what happens. All right. So I want to share with you what a great mentor shared with me years ago. The slightest shift makes the most dramatic impact. I'm going to say it again. The slightest shift makes the most dramatic impact. Okay? So in order to really improve your wellness, because that's what we're talking about here today, on other calls, other master classes, we talk about business, but today it's wellness. What's a slight shift that you can make? And I'm going to give you some ideas on how to do that, because even though you've been here and you're loving the information and you're trying new things, we do need a plan going forward. We need a plan. All right. I love that. This is why breakfast is important. If the doctors informed us this way people would eat better. Absolutely. If you eat breakfast, absolutely, it's important if that's what you feel. Everybody has a different wellness plan. I love that. Help us all understanding supplements. Yeah, this class, I think this is also good. Fantastic. Okay, now let's get into this. So so what I'm going to talk with you today about in your slight shift is, guess what? 30 minutes a day. If you want to do more, I love it. I think it's fantastic. But what I will tell you is, if you can make this slight 30-minute shift a day, and I'm going to tell you what to do with those 30 minutes, and it's not prescriptive. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just going to give you a jumping off. Remember where it's a jump start? I'm going to give you a jump start. Then you will see how, if you do it consistently, I'm going to repeat that word, consistency. Consistency is the key here. Not doing it once and then skipping 5 days. It's about 30 minutes every day consistently, and you will see dramatic results. Okay. So, but before we dive into the plan, I do want to talk about VITA. I want to talk about VITA, and this is what's going to be at the giveaway at the end. You know, for those of you who may be getting ready to go through menopause, who've gone through menopause, one of the things that happens is our bodies change, they shift, different things happen with our hormones. And as a result of that, things sort of get shaken up a bit. And one of the things that gets shaken up, again, as I said, is our weight redistribution, and also maybe craving more sugar, right? Especially, you know, I used to crave a lot of sugar right before I had a menstrual cycle. And then I noticed that when I went through menopause, I still had cravings as well during different times of the month. But I want to share with you this product here that I take every day. It's called VITA. Okay, VITA. And VITA, I don't have sugar cravings anymore. I never think about eating sugar. I'm not even, if there are desserts that are brought out, I never really think about it. I might have a bite to celebrate someone's birthday, but it's not something that is on my mind at all anymore, is the sugar. I just don't think about it. And I think a lot of it is attributed to this VITA product. Well, why? Because VITA has a couple of ingredients, but the two that I want to highlight is shaken up. I love that, Val. Heck, they all fall down. I told you what my mom said. My mom used to say it was like a runaway train going south after menopause. So, you know, I always laughed at her for that. Oh my gosh. If only Mom could be here, she'd love this conversation. So let me talk to you about why this product has really helped me cut sugar cravings. And that is, and plus, you know, I don't know about you, but I will tell you that my metabolism also slowed down, you know, after I went through menopause. So I really needed to do whatever I could to help myself. So this Vita, again, it's a clean product. There's no synthetics or fillers. It's GMO free and it's vegan. But here are the two things that really, why is it working? Number one, it works because it has something called chromium picolinate. Chromium picolinate is one of the ingredients, and that helps regulate blood sugar and sugar cravings. You know, studies have proven that people who are pre-diabetic or who have diabetes, chromium picolinate is something that helps smooth out blood sugar levels, right? And that's what happens when our blood sugar levels start to, you know, go like this. That's when that sugar rush comes in, right? So that it has that. And then the second thing it has is L-carnitine. I'm sure some of you may have taken L-carnitine in your lifetime. I know that when I was a runner in my 20s and 30s, I used to drink it in a liquid. You know why? Because L-carnitine turns fat into energy. I mean, I've known about L-carnitine since I was in my 30s. But it turns fat into energy. And as a runner, I wanted that because I was, well, in my 30s, as ladies, as you can imagine, I was eating anything and everything, but I was running like 6 miles every other day, right? I'm not doing that anymore. So I needed that to help me get the energy to keep running because I was really into that. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to be giving this as a giveaway today. So keep those comments coming. Sugar is so addictive. Lorraine, you know what? It is. Sugar's like a drug. You know, it's very addictive. And I didn't realize that it was, you know, so addictive until later in my life. And then I started to realize what it can do to us. Yeah. Yes, Lorraine, I love that. Menopause really causes our bodies to be off balance on so many levels. And that is why we want to use food as a natural source to help our bodies. But that's why supplementing is so important, because food alone will not do the trick. Why? Because of pesticides, because of the way food is made, because of things, we're not always getting everything. So we want to have a clean supplement to obviously boost what we're already doing. Okay, so that's the giveaway for today. But now I want to move away from that and move into your plan, because this is really important. Let's get to your plan. All right. So what I'm going to invite, and I use the word invite, what I'm going to invite you to do is think about giving yourself 30 minutes a day, finding 30 minutes a day for your wellness. Again, if you have more time, that's great. But all I'm advocating and inviting you to do is 30 minutes. Now, what do you do with these 30 minutes? But before I say that, let me say this. If you're sitting with me today and you're listening and you're saying, but Joy, my God, I don't have 30 minutes. I don't have an extra 30 minutes. If you don't have an extra 30 minutes for your wellness, then it's time to take that bonus tip that I gave you on Tuesday that said, say no more often. It's time to start saying no a little bit more so you can get back 30 minutes of your time. We've got to start saying no to some other things that we're doing, because 30 minutes is not a lot of time, as we all know. And if we could give 30 minutes consistently to our wellness, even if you just gave 30 minutes 4 days a week right now, take 3 days off, fine. I'm going to recommend 30 minutes a day. And you know what? What if one day you say, Joy, gosh, I couldn't do the 30, but I could do 20? Do the 20. Do whatever you can. So what do you do during these 30 minutes? I'm going to tell you. This is, of course, it's your choice. Let me get a drink of water. It's not prescriptive, because this is your life, your wellness, but let me give you some tips to get you kicked off, and then you may change it. So we're going to divide this up into a 10-minute and a 20-minute activity equaling 30. All right. So I'm going to highly recommend that you spend 10 minutes of your 30 minutes per day exercising your mind, flexing your mind, taking care of your mind, because the mind controls so much. All right. Yes, Lorraine, put it on your calendar. Put it in your calendar. Make it like a business appointment. Maybe make it an appointment that you would never break. You know, just make it an appointment. That's what I do. So I'm going to recommend that you do 10 minutes taking care of your mind, practicing some well-being in your mind. Well, what can you do? I'm going to recommend 5 minutes of either stillness, sitting quietly with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, no phones, no computers, meditation if you're a meditator, prayer if you pray. Just there's so many things, but just sitting quietly. Why? Because we want the, and I recommend doing this early, getting up, drinking your water, right? Drinking your water like we talked about, and then giving yourself 5 minutes to giving yourself 10 minutes. So the first 5 minutes is really going to be about that stillness, that meditation, that prayer, that sitting quietly with yourself. Why? Because in order to make an impact, ladies, in order to practice wellness, in order to be the absolute best you can be, to really live into your next level of greatness, it's important that you get an imprint of what's going on inside you every morning. Imprint your day with what's going on inside of you. I personally believe that most of what's going on with the world is we are allowing, because we can stop this, we are allowing the media, social media, and other places to imprint our day first thing. We're picking up that phone, we're scrolling social media, we're looking at our emails. And a class that I taught recently, let me give you an example of what that's like. If you're, and I did it for years. So look, I can say this because I was guilty of it, but I've changed my ways. How many of you have your phone by your bed, and the first thing you do before you even get out of bed or even put a foot on the floor is pick up and start either scrolling email or scrolling social media? Well, you know what that's like? That's like allowing 200 people to come into your bedroom before you've even opened your eyes, before you're even awake, before you even know what day it is, right? See what I mean? What we want to do is develop this sense of awareness, which is the first step to alignment. We want to develop this sense of awareness, and awareness happens by creating our own imprint, our own stamp on our day. So I'm going to highly recommend that you spend the first part of your day after you get your glass of water, after you have your probiotic in your water, and maybe you want to get your cup of tea or cup of coffee, whatever you choose, and sit down and sit in stillness or pray, or if you like to meditate, but meditation is not required, because I know for some it can be very hard. Don't let that stop you. For 5 minutes. Then what do you do for the next 5 minutes? You can journal. You can journal about what your thoughts are. You can journal for 5 minutes about what's going on in your mind. You can journal about a project that you have coming up. You can journal. We have journal prompts that all of our Align members get regularly. We actually also, in our Align community, every Monday we meet. We meet every Monday at 7 a.m. to as a community to practice this together. But for you right now, those journal prompts, we will send those to you. If you let Kathy know here in the chat that you want them, we'll send them. We won't send them. I'm not going to force it on you. But if you want the journal prompts, just let Kathy know and she'll send them to you. Then you can choose one of those journal prompts and you can journal about what you thought about. You will be amazed at how you're going to grow as a woman, as a leader, as a mother, as a significant other, as a community member. All of our clients, all of our members live by this. Okay, so that's the first 10 minutes. What do you do with the next 20 minutes? I want you to take a walk. Okay, and I don't want you to worry about whether you get 2,000 steps or 3 or 5 or 7. I just want you to start walking. Okay, all right, good. I want you to start walking. I love these comments. Let me take a break here. Yes, Val, so important to have the appointment. You should make it as an appointment. Ladies, I won't start my day without this. I will not start my day without it. I get up early every morning and I am doing everything I'm telling you every single morning. I won't start my day. It's just it, and my family knows this is just my time to get myself ready for the day. It's like It's honestly during the pandemic, it was like it's like a mask for me. It's like I am protecting myself from the world. I'm running several companies. I'm busy. I've got my family. I need to have my head on straight. And so do you. You're here for a reason. You're here this week for me because you want to make a difference. You want to feel good because you have a lot of things you want to do in your life. You're here for a reason. And so trust me, just try this. Just try it. And then I want you to go out for a walk. And all you need to go for a walk is a good pair of walking shoes. So make sure you've got some good support. Put on your shoes and just set a timer and walk for 20 minutes. Yes, I see people asking for the journal prompts. Kathy will get those out to you. Maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow. We've got a lot going on here at the company, but we will get them to you. So we'll make sure you get them. Okay, very good. Yes, Val, absolutely. We'll send them to you. And I know, Lorraine, you love those journal prompts. You love journaling. All right. So that's what you do for the next 20 minutes. You just get out and you walk. Maybe you want to do a walking meditation, which I do sometimes, which means you don't bring your phone, or maybe you need to bring your phone to keep track of the time, but you don't look at the phone and you don't listen to a podcast or you don't listen to music. You just walk and think and breathe and look at the beautiful sky and look at the beautiful trees, right? Or you can listen to something. I also like to listen to podcasts because it's a way for me to grow my mind, grow a new strategy for my business, learn something new about wellness while I'm listening on the go. So it's up to you, but let's get those steps in for 20 minutes. Now, ladies, I can almost guarantee you, and I don't make a lot of guarantees in life, but I'm going to make one today. If you really commit to this 30 minutes a day, and you do this process, I'm talking about 10 minutes every morning, and then you get out and take that walk, you are going to feel good. You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel more alive, and people are going to notice a difference in you. And when you get this started, here's the thing. Really listen into this, because this is what I've learned in life. The more you do, the more you think you can do. I'm going to say it again, very basic. The more you do, the more you think you can do. So if you start with just this 30 minutes, guess what? Some days you may think, you know what, I've got 40 minutes. I could spend another 10 minutes, right? Or whatever it is. And by the way, the studies show we really don't need to do more than 30 minutes a day. Really, more than 50 minutes to an hour. If you go over an hour of exercise a day, actually, it actually isn't good for your body. So you don't need all day to exercise. You don't even need more than an hour, and you don't even need an hour. So I just want you to hear that so that you're not beating yourself up on those days when you're not able to get out and do something. Okay. Okay. Now, in addition to your 30 minutes, this doesn't take any more time. It's just a mindset, but you got to remember, maybe you have to set a timer. Drink that water. Drink that water. Maybe you need to fill up a water bottle with the, remember, you want to drink half your body weight in ounces. Half your body weight in ounces is what the research shows. So maybe you need to buy one of those big water bottles and fill it up and keep it on your desk. I just have this cup. It's a little over 8 ounces, and I just constantly refill it all day long. The minute it's empty, as soon as I get a break, I run and I fill it up again. Okay. So I just drink it all day long. And that's, other than my coffee in the morning, I just drink water all day long. That's all I have. And years ago, I used to love sodas. I love Diet Coke. Those of you who know me well know that I always had a Diet Coke for lunch. It was like my treat. I always had a Diet Coke with my lunch. I gave it all up. I don't have any of that anymore. Why? Because I made a commitment. That I wanted to live and give. And in order to live and give, I had to clean up my act. Right? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have Diet Coke. Don't get me wrong here, ladies. Have your Diet Coke, but maybe have them as a special treat. Have it as a treat. That's fine. I'm not bashing sodas here. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, but you need to take it in the steps that you want to take it. Okay. None of this is prescriptive, because I don't like that when people are telling me what to do. So I'm not doing that. All right. So besides drinking the water, we talked about the wellness supplements. Whatever you're taking, make sure you're taking a clean, vegan, non-GMO wellness supplement. You need to be supplementing what you're eating, because of the way food is made today, it's not enough to protect us from everything that's out there in the environment. All right. Last but not least on this plan is, remember, you're jump starting your morning. with that 30 minutes. You're jump starting the morning. And I want you to power down your evening. Okay. Jump start your morning, power down your evening. So what does that mean to power down your evening? Remember what I talked with you about on Tuesday? Close your kitchen at 8 p.m. Give your body some time to digest and rest overnight. Close your kitchen at 8 p.m. and just give your body some time to rest. And let it rest until the next morning, because it actually helps your digestive system to rest. Okay? Respect your sleep. So if you close your kitchen at 8 p.m., just start to lower your lights. Dim the lights. Don't have stark lights on. Lower your lights and start to power yourself down so that when you go to bed, you can sleep. Okay, so when you go to bed, you can sleep because you're powering down. I will tell you, for myself, I love a lavender bath. So I usually take a hot lavender bath before bed, and that's the other part. I close the kitchen, I take a hot lavender bath, and sometimes I'll watch something with my family because it's something we want to do as a family. But I don't have a TV in my bedroom. That's the other thing, that no TVs in the bedroom, because I really just want to protect my sleep at night. All right, great. Val says, I'll happily close my kitchen at 8 p.m. I love that. Sherry, Tuesday night, I was able to close my kitchen at 8. Isn't that great? Yes. Okay. All right. But see, Sherry, you're proving to your body's saying to you, hey, when you close that kitchen and let my body rest, I was able to sleep better. But when I ate later, I wasn't. So this is just, you guys know this. Yeah, closing the kitchen at 8 is so amazing. Okay, now I want to share a little bit more with you. We're going to do some giveaways in a minute, but I want to share something else with you that I'm very passionate about. As you know, I think it's on page, 2 or 3 of the workbook. We always share our mission, vision, and intention in every class that I teach, everywhere I go, because I want more women to know that. I want more women to align their businesses, align their wellness, align themselves for greater impact so they can find more joy every day. This is very important to me. And so we tell women, and my one of my greatest goals is for you, my hope, I guess something I really hope for you is, I hope you'll go out and share this information with another woman. That's another mission of mine, is if I share everything with enough women, then enough women will be talking to another group of women. And if you go back and read in the workbook, you'll see that if I work with 100 women and get them to understand alignment and finding joy, and those 100 just talk to 10, in the next 5 years, we'll have 1 million women living in alignment. And that is really my purpose. It's my passion. It's why I'm here today. It's why I'm excited to be here every day. So, I just wanted to share that. But here's what I want to talk with you about also. Thank you, Kathy. Thank God for the team. It's on page 3. It's on page 3. Thank you, Kathy. All right. I want to talk to you. We've been talking about women and wellness. I want to talk to you also about wealth for a few minutes. Just give you something to think about before we close out today. The World Population Reference Bureau, and this stat is in a lot of places, but I found it here. Women live longer than men by 7 years. Okay, we live longer on average than men by 7 years. Why is this important for us to talk about today? Because we have to make sure, we have to start thinking about with our wellness, if we want to live longer and we want to live longer with longevity, and we want to add life to our years, and we want to live and give, then we have to make sure that we have the wealth, the money, and the resources to live a good life, to enjoy our lives, to make a difference, right? So, and women control 64% of the global spending power. Did you know that? Women control 64% of the global spending power. That's the other thing. Here's another interesting statistic for you ladies. 62%, currently, 62% of all women business owners are between the age of 40 and 60 years old. Okay, now I'm 62 and I'm still going strong, and I have a few businesses. But a lot of times we get to a certain age and stage in life and we think, well, had my chance, here's where I am. I didn't do it. No, You can start your journey anytime in wealth building, in wellness building, and in wellness, in wealth, and just doing more. And I love this. Oh, Val, let me stop for a second. Oh my gosh, already sharing with 2 others. I love this. Val, that is so great. And that's great, Lorraine. So you're sharing as well. See, we have to stay together. We have to work in community. And I love that. So start sharing what I'm telling you right now with other women too. It's very important. If, I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income. I have now, as a matter of fact, I think it is so risky. I think it is so risky to rely on one stream of income. And I've always felt this way since I was in my early 30s. That's why I started my first business at age 29, because I was relying on my employer to determine what I was worth every day. And it wasn't working out so well because I was living in an apartment with a roommate that I wanted to move out. This is a true story. Those of you who know my early story. And I started my first business because I needed to earn an extra $500 a month so I could ask my roommate to move out of the loft. Very nice girl, lovely girl, but I wanted to be on my own. Okay, I was 29 years old. But my job didn't provide that extra $500 a month, so I had to count on her. So here's the thing, ladies, we always need to be looking at other streams of income so that if one stream gets shut down, we've got another one to go to, right? I've got 5 streams of income. I've got 5. What are they? They are my business to empower and support and serve women to be aligned. My coaching business. My second stream of income is our second and third are our products. We have our Finding Joy Everyday candles. We have our Finding Joy Everyday planners. My third stream of income is, we have real estate investments, right? And my 5th stream is really the wellness industry. Why? Because the wellness industry is a $4.5 trillion industry. Wellness isn't going anywhere. And when you look at other streams of income, when you look at other businesses, you got to say, where's the stock rising? Where's the need rising? And where is it diminishing? Right. And so wellness, it's just there. You cannot ignore the fact that people are looking at wellness, especially after what we've been through in the 2 years. So let's look at a couple people. Bobbi Brown. What do you think of when you think of Bobbi Brown? I think of makeup. I've always known Bobbi Brown for makeup, but do you know that in the last 3, 4, 5 years, she started her own wellness line? You know why? Because she understands that it's a growing industry and more people need it. Let's look at that's right, makeup, Val. Absolutely. Let's look at Unilever. Now, Unilever, if you don't know who they are, let me tell you who they are. They own Dove soap. They own Ben & Jerry's. They own Hellmann's mayonnaise. They own Vaseline. And just recently, they bought Smarty Pants vitamins. Why? Because they know where the industry's going. It's only going up. It's not going down. So I want you to always be thinking about this. In addition to your wellness, I want you to be thinking about your wealth, because you can have wellness, but if you don't have the income stream to enjoy it and do things with your family or with your girlfriends or with yourself, or maybe give back, then what's it all worth? So I just want to share with you that I know there were some women that attended this because they wanted to find out about their wellness, but they also wanted to learn about our Southern California team here that's working with Bayuna, those supplements that many of you are being sampled, that we're sending out as our giveaways, to build another stream of income. And it's wise to build multiple streams of income. And I've just shared all the reasons. So I just wanted to say, before we do our giveaway and I talk about tomorrow, if you're interested in finding out how to work with our team as an independent distributor with Bayuna, which is brand new to the United States, it's wildly popular in Europe, but it's brand new to the United States, which, if you understand early adopters in business, learning about something early is always best. So if you're interested, please contact Kathy. She's going to put her email in the chat for you. We are going to have a private meeting on Zoom next Wednesday, June 29th at 11 a.m. PT, I think. Yeah. And she can get all that to you, to talk with anybody who would like to know how they can start their own stream of income. You'll be working directly with me, with Becky, and with some other women here in Southern California, and also some of the other Western states, because I am here to empower more women to, again, align in every way, align their business, align their wealth, and align their health. So let's get back. I want to talk with you. So get in touch with Kathy if that's something that interests you or anybody you know. All right. So let me, here we are, our Vita, right? Our sugar cravings. So let me look through the chat here. Who are we going to give Vita to today? You girl. Okay. Let me just go through here. Hold on. Everybody's so great. So we're going to give away, if you want to get in on the, if you want to get in on the Vita today, get in this chat. Okay, so I know we're definitely giving one to Valerie Ryan, and we're going to give one to Lorraine Giovanni. Thank you. And let's see. And we're going to give one to Sherry Walter as well. All right. Okay, very good. Fantastic. So we have 3 Vitas that are going out for you guys. You're welcome. You know what? You ladies have been such good, such good attendees this week, and you've been so involved, and I can tell you're really loving the information. You want to do well with your, with your wellness. So we're going to help you do that. Fantastic. Yes. All right. So, let's see. I wanted to tell you a little bit about tomorrow. So today's we talked about the plan. Tomorrow is all about progress, not perfection. And tomorrow is really going to be about troubleshooting. I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that can go wrong, how we can course correct it to stay well. But tomorrow is about progress, not perfection. Okay. So just remember that. And again, we're going to be back here at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, tomorrow here on the live stream. And tomorrow's our last day together in this class. So I've been so happy to spend this week with you. Everybody's been so positive, but we've got one more class tomorrow. And in terms of the replays, if you want to listen to this replay again, you can always listen 24/7 on Facebook. And it will be live, if not this afternoon, tomorrow on YouTube. It just depends. Our Director of Business Development and Management, who also does a lot of our tech, is out for vacation day, but she may have it back up this afternoon or tomorrow. But if you like to watch on YouTube, if you just keep checking there, it will be there at some point. Okay? All right. Listen, everybody, thanks for being here. It's been so great. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Okay? All right. Be well. Take care. Stay aligned.